Have you ever wondered why a dream that felt so vivid, so real, so utterly complete just minutes ago can vanish before you've even reached for your phone? One moment you're standing in a house that doesn't exist, talking to someone who died years ago, or flying over a city built from fragments of your childhood, and then your alarm goes off. You blink, you reach for the details, and they slip away, like trying to hold water in an open hand. It seems like a small, forgettable inconvenience, but this strange forgetting is actually one of the most revealing mysteries about how your brain works, because dreams don't just fade by accident. Your brain may be built to forget them. To understand why, we have to go somewhere unexpected, not to the moment you wake up, but to the moment before, when you were still asleep, and your brain was doing something almost nobody notices. During the deepest phase of dreaming, known as REM sleep, your brain becomes almost as active as it is when you're wide awake. Neurons fire in complex patterns, emotional centers light up, your visual cortex creates entire worlds. And yet, at the very same time, one crucial region goes strangely quiet. That region is the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic, memory encoding, and rational thought. It's the part that normally helps you file experiences away so you can recall them later. During REM sleep, its activity drops, which means that while your brain is busy inventing entire dream worlds, the very system needed to save those worlds into long-term memory is switched almost completely off. It's a bit like filming an incredible movie with no one recording it. The images exist, they're vivid, they're happening in real time, but almost nothing is being written down. So why would the brain do this? Why build something as elaborate as a dream, only to erase it moments later? Some researchers believe the answer lies in what dreaming is actually for. Dreaming may not exist so you can remember it. It may exist so your brain can process something else entirely. During REM sleep, the brain appears to sort through the day's emotional experiences, strengthening some memories, weakening others, and forming new connections between old ones. Dreaming, in this view, isn't a story meant for you to watch. It's more like the visible side effect of your brain quietly reorganizing itself in the dark. Which raises another question. If dreams are just a side effect, why do they feel so real while they're happening? Part of the answer lies in chemistry. While you dream, your brain suppresses a chemical called norepinephrine, which normally helps stabilize memory formation. Without enough of it, the experience floods your senses in the moment, but has almost nothing holding it in place afterward. It's vivid in the present tense and fragile in the past tense. There's also a strange kind of amnesia written directly into the biology of sleep itself. As you drift from REM sleep into deeper stages or wake up entirely, chemical shifts in your brain make it even harder to transfer whatever just happened into a memory you can access later. So the fading isn't gradual bad luck. It's closer to a built-in shutdown sequence. This might explain something almost everyone has experienced. You wake up, and for a few seconds, the dream still feels intact. You could almost describe every detail, but the instant you get out of bed, check the time, or start thinking about your day, it collapses, gone. That's not a coincidence either. The moment your prefrontal cortex switches back on and starts processing the ordinary waking world, it seems to actively interfere with whatever fragile dream memory was still hanging on. Your brain, in a sense, chooses reality over the dream, and the dream loses. So if dreams are so difficult to hold on to, why do we remember some, but not others? Timing appears to matter more than almost anything else. Dreams recalled most vividly tend to be the ones happening right before you wake up, especially if you wake up naturally in the middle of REM sleep rather than being pulled out of deep non-dreaming sleep by an alarm. Wake up mid-dream, and there's a brief window where the fading hasn't finished yet. Miss that window, and the dream may already be gone before you're even conscious enough to notice it existed. This also hints at why some people report remembering dreams almost every night, while others insist they never dream at all. The truth is, almost everyone dreams multiple times a night, several times in fact. The difference isn't whether the dreams happen. It's whether you happen to wake up at the right moment to catch one before it disappears. There may be a deeper evolutionary reason for all of this, too. Some scientists suggest that forgetting dreams could actually be protective. If your brain preserved every emotionally intense, often bizarre nighttime experience with the same clarity as real memory has, it could become difficult to separate imagination from reality, fear from fact, dream danger from real danger. Forgetting may be what keeps the boundary between sleep and waking life intact. In other words, The very fact that your dreams disappear might be a sign that your mind is working exactly as it should, protecting the line between what happened and what your brain merely imagined. So the next time a dream slips away before you can describe it, it isn't a failure of memory. It's evidence of a system so specialized, so precisely tuned, that it can build entire worlds inside your mind each night and then quietly, deliberately let them go, so that when you open your eyes, there's no doubt about which world is real.